It was supposed to be an exciting day for Mia, a hardworking, soon-to-be mom who loved her job. But everything changed when her boss, a woman with a sharp tongue and an even sharper prejudice, decided that Mia's pregnancy and her race made her less worthy of being part of the team. The day started like any other, but it quickly took a shocking turn when Mia was called into the office. What unfolded next left her stunned and heartbroken. But as they say, karma has a way of working its magic when you least expect it. In this story, you'll see how a moment of cruelty set off a chain of events no one could have predicted. Stay tuned to see how Mia's resilience and an unexpected twist turn this heartbreaking situation into one of justice and redemption. You won't believe how quickly the tables turn. Mia had always been the kind of employee everyone admired, dedicated, reliable, and kind-hearted. She had worked tirelessly, even during the early months of her pregnancy, balancing her growing responsibilities at work with the excitement of becoming a mother. But her boss, Miss Harper, seemed to have a problem with everything Mia did lately. The tension had been building for weeks, with Miss Harper nitpicking over small mistakes and making sly remarks that left Mia questioning her every move. That morning, when Miss Harper called Mia into her office, the air was heavy with unease. Mia's heart raced as she sat down, sensing that this wasn't going to be a normal conversation. What came next shocked her to the core. Miss Harper bluntly informed her that her position was being terminated, citing performance issues. But Mia couldn't shake the feeling there was more to it, and she wasn't wrong. Mia sat frozen, struggling to process what she had just heard. Performance issues. That didn't make sense. Her work had always been praised, and she had even received positive feedback from her colleagues. As Miss Harper rambled on with a rehearsed explanation, Mia noticed something in her tone, a bitterness that felt far more personal than professional. On her way out, Mia couldn't ignore the pit in her stomach. She replayed every interaction with Miss Harper, remembering the subtle but cutting comments about her pregnancy and the dismissive tone whenever Mia brought up her achievements. It was clear this wasn't about performance at all. Word about her sudden termination spread quickly among her co-workers, some of whom secretly messaged her, sharing their shock and outrage. A few even hinted that Miss Harper had been overheard saying things that crossed the line. Mia realized this was bigger than her. This was discrimination. Mia couldn't let this go, not when she knew the truth was on her side. Fueled by the injustice, she began documenting everything she could remember, every email, every comment, every suspicious moment. The messages from her co-workers only added to her growing file of evidence. One in particular stood out, a brave colleague who revealed Miss Harper's history of targeting others, especially those who didn't fit her narrow idea of acceptable. Determined to take action, Mia reached out to a local lawyer who specialized in workplace discrimination. As she explained her story, the lawyer's expression shifted from shock to determination. "You're not the first person this has happened to," they said, "but you might be the one who puts an end to it." Meanwhile, back at the office, rumors swirled about Mia's next move. Miss Harper, confident she had silenced Mia, had no idea the storm that was coming her way. Just as Mia was preparing to take her next steps, an unexpected message landed in her inbox. It was from a former employee of the company, someone she didn't know but whose name rang a bell. The email was short but explosive. "I heard what happened. You're not alone. Harper did the same to me. Reach out if you need my help." Mia's hands trembled as she read it. This wasn't just about her anymore. It was a pattern. She immediately replied, and within hours, the two were on a video call. The former employee, a young man named James, detailed his own experience with Miss Harper, how she had pushed him out under eerily similar circumstances, using flimsy excuses to mask what he suspected were personal biases. With this new information, Mia's case was stronger than ever. But just as she was starting to feel hopeful, a new obstacle emerged. Miss Harper somehow found out about Mia's legal plans and began spreading damaging rumors, trying to discredit her before she could speak up. The tension reached a breaking point as Mia realized this was no longer just about her job. It was about standing up for everyone Harper had wronged. Mia pressed forward despite the rumors Miss Harper tried to spread. Her lawyer advised her to stay focused, and with James's testimony and support from a few brave co-workers, the case gained momentum. But just when Mia thought she had everything lined up, a bombshell dropped. An anonymous whistleblower within the company leaked a series of emails, messages sent by Miss Harper herself. The emails blatantly mocked Mia's pregnancy and even included discriminatory comments about other employees. It was the evidence they needed, and it left no room for excuses. The case quickly escalated, forcing the company to launch an internal investigation. Under pressure and unable to defend her actions, Miss Harper resigned in disgrace. But the real twist: the company publicly apologized to Mia and offered her a chance to return with a promotion. Mia, however, had one condition: they implement stricter policies to protect others. She turned her pain into change, proving that standing up can spark justice for more than just one person. Mia decided not to return to the company, even with the promotion. She knew her fight had been about more than just her job. It was about setting a precedent and ensuring no one else would face the same kind of discrimination. With the settlement she received, Mia started a small consulting business focused on helping workers navigate unfair treatment in the workplace. The company, now under new leadership, followed through on its promise to implement better policies, including mandatory training for managers and stronger protections for employees. Co-workers who had once felt silence began to speak up, inspired by Mia's courage. As for Mia, she embraced the new chapter in her life with confidence and gratitude. She had turned a painful experience into something meaningful, proving that even in the face of injustice, resilience and determination could create lasting change. Karma had indeed worked its magic, and Mia's story was far from forgotten.